Guys, welcome back to my channel and this is chapter 77 Old Acquaintances We Forget. Let's get started. और मेरे को लगता है we are gonna finish 80% of this book by tomorrow. So yeah, I am really happy for that too. New Year's Eve parties are all about leaving behind old mistakes and taking only good things into the coming year. And at Davos, I was determined to do both, which wasn't a terribly hard goal considering how badly her last party had gone. The thought weighed heavily on my mind as I pushed open Ava's front door and stepped in, and as I scanned the room, my stomach twisted. Maybe it wasn't a good idea. What if this party brings back bad memories and makes awkward between me and Ava? Just the thought of her was enough to make my heart race, and my eyes swept the crowd for her long legs, sweeping hair, beauty eyes. A hand found my waist, and the very eyes I had been searching for were suddenly staring right at me. There you are. I was wondering when you had get here. You know me, always ready to make an entrance. Well, consider me entranced. Come on, let's get you drink. She guided us to the kitchen, taking my hand so she didn't lose me in the crowd. But when we emerged, she didn't let go. There's jungle juice, champs, and my signature virgin mocktail. The Whitney. What's your poison? Poison? Well, they say like I'll take some jungle juice because I have never ever had it. Coming right up, she grabbed a cup and dunked it into the plastic container housing the mysterious beverage before handing me the sticky cup. Ah, jungle juice, the cure for almost everything and the cause of everything else. Bottoms up. We tapped our drinks together, and as she put the rim to her mouth, Lucy called for her from the living room. Lawrence, are we playing or what? Crap, I forgot about the game. Ava grabbed my hand and dragged me to the living room, where the art kids had set up beer pong with champagne. New rules. Addie is here, so we are playing doubles. Lucy, you can play with the rest. Where is she anyway? Before she could do any more than look around, a voice called out from the upstairs bathroom. Ava, where's your plunger? Oh no, I'll be right back. So just don't have too much fun without me, okay? As Ava slipped out of my grasp, Lucy rolled her eyes and called the next group up to play while I casually scanned the party and found Madison hanging out and dancing with some guys from the football team. As I made my way to him, the song ended, and the next one on the playlist came in slowly. Mind if I get in? I know homecoming was months ago, but it's still way too soon for that joke. Still, he nodded to his friends, and one by one, they disappeared, leaving us alone. Massad opened his arms, and I melted into him, dancing along to the song. You look happier than I have seen you in weeks. What's your secret? Nothing but good old fashioned modern medicine. The doctor says my dad's out of the woods. He's supposed to take some time off from school to recover, and then they have him on a boatload of medication. But he's gonna be okay. That's great, but what about you? Mason took a shaky breath, and I could feel his heart pick up speed in his chest. I'm gonna be great too, just far away from my parents. When I graduate Eastbridge in the spring, I'm leaving it all behind. All of it except you. His voice stirred something deep in my stomach, and I pulled back, my eyes flicking to his lips. Mason swallowed hard, and his hands slipped a little further down my back, his fingers grazing the back of my spine. Mason, he leaned in closer, just in time for the music to change. As the beat picked up, more and more people stood up to dance, and I remembered we were in a room full of people. We had better not. We are giving everyone a show. Then let's find somewhere we can be alone, just the two of us. I'm at his side, and for a moment, I imagined being alone with him, picking up right where we left off. Mason, I'm right behind you. Maybe some other time. Sorry, Mason. But right now, I think I need to cool off. Without waiting for an answer, I slipped out of Mason's grasp and lost myself in the crowd. As I weaved through all the bodies, a voice called out, beckoning me over the couch. When I finally made it, I realized it was Ava, armed with her cell phone. Pose for picture. Together, we got tons of pics, laughing the entire time, and as Ava posted the shots to her story, I flopped down and relaxed into her side. This is how things should have gone at your last party. Just us, hanging out, no drama like we used to. Instead, I almost ruined everything, and you were so far gone, I barely got to see you. I hate to be that drunk just to be comfortable around Mason, and when I saw how into you he was, well, it just kinda snowballed from there. Ava slipped her arm around me and pulled me closer, resting her temple against the top of my head. But that's how I know that this is right, because I don't need a drink to show you how I feel. And she was right. Being in her arms felt as natural as breathing, and as we lay cuddled together, her fingers stroking my side, my body reacted to her touch. Yo, Ava, somebody just parked on your lawn. You have got to be kidding me. She withdrew, forcing herself up, and started towards the door. As she hurried away, she called over her shoulder, I'll be right back, and I'll be right here. But as the door closed behind her, I scanned the party and noticed Noah standing alone in the kitchen. Oh, as I walked up, Noah stared into his cup, his mind clearly a million miles away. Hey stranger, what are you doing in here by yourself? He met my gaze with a lazy smile and gestured for me to join him. As I did, I poured myself another drink. I guess it still doesn't feel like I belong here. It helps that Jennings and I are cool, and the rumors have died down some, but I am starting to think I had better be off, sticking to the friends I have got and trying again in the fall when I am on campus. If I am on campus. He quickly cleared his throat and brought his walls back up, but I knew that tone of voice. I gave his shoulder a nudge with mine. New Year's Eve is all about new beginnings. If you want one, all you have to do is claim it. That sounds good and all, but trust me, it's easier said than done. I glanced over the counter and saw the pens, papers had been left out for resolutions. An idea sprang to my mind. Tell you what. I grabbed a signature pen and slip of paper and slid Noz across the counter to him. You write down what you want. You write down what you want out of this year, and I'll help you get it. But you've got to dig deep. I uncapped my pen and thought for a second before I wrote. Be more decisive now. Read over my shoulder and give a small nod. If you're talking deep, then how about this? He scrawled for a moment, then held up a slip that read, Forgive myself. I think that's perfect. I'll help you with yours, and you can help me with mine. But as I reached for the paper in his hand, his skin brushed against mine, leaving my hand smoldering everywhere he touched. I let my eyes travel up from his hands to his chest. His throat, his lips, parted open in want, and I couldn't help but imagine them on mine. Nor let out a slow breath like he could read my every thought. There's one good thing about keeping a low profile. No one would miss us if we disappeared for an hour or so. Oh no, I really like to annoy her. Time flies when you are having fun. We had better not chance it. I know how easy it is to go from low profile to front page news. Besides, Ava normally does a toast leading into ball drop. Before the words were fully out of my mouth, Ava called for everyone to join her in the living room. No more hiding out in here, okay? Come on. I took his hand and followed the crowd to the living room to find Ava standing on the coffee table. Mason spotted us in the crowd and came over. The countdown's gonna start soon, but before it does, I want to bring in the new year the right way, so if you don't mind. She lifted her cup to the ceiling and all around us, others did the same. Cheers to all the lessons learned, mistakes made, and battles fought this year. And here's to all the new ones yet to come. Raise your glass. I tapped cups with Mason and Noah as we drank, and I couldn't wait to see what the new year had in store. Ava fought her way through the crowd, tapping her cup against crowd. Everyone's she passed until she reached my side. Hey guys, I have been running around here so much. I have barely seen you all night. What had I missed? Aside from one hell of a party, not too much. Well, there is one thing. My dad will be home soon, and with any luck, he'll be back to the school in a few weeks. Mason, that's amazing. And best wishes on a speedy recovery. Yeah, that's just fantastic. What the hell is that supposed to mean, man? He almost died. I thought after that dinner at the cabin you were finally starting to get it. Your dad is not a good guy. How do you think you ended up with that mansion of yours? Look, he and I might have our differences, but my dad works really bullshit. The only thing your dad works is the system, and the proof is in that state of his. Take that back. Make me. Guys, but it was already too late. Mason lunged at Noah, knocking him into a vase that hit the floor and shattered. All around us, people screamed and jumped back to avoid the glass and the flying fists. Noah drew back to punch Mason in the face, but the blow never connected, ever inched the two apart, face furious. That's enough. This isn't a back alley. This is my house. And if you two want to act like animals, you can do it out in the cold. Get out. Fine by me. Noah stalked out of the open front door and into the cold. Can you believe that guy? I wasn't just talking to him. Leave. Now. But, Mason, you should just go. She asked you to leave. Let's not make this bigger than it is. For a moment, Mason didn't look he would leave. But then he stuffed his hands in his pockets with a stony expression and took his exit. I can't believe this is happening. Again. Forget them. Come upstairs with me. I have a surprise for you. Wow, just wow. We headed outside to the balcony on the second floor, where people were mingling and chatting. Hey, I'm sorry. Things got a little out of hand there, and I know how you feel about Mason and all, but what are you apologizing for? You have been running around like crazy, making sure everyone's having a good time. Meanwhile, those two couldn't put aside their differences for one night because, as always, their drama is more important than everyone else. I'm just tired of the fighting, of feeling like I'm missing a piece of myself when I am the one of them and not the other. But mostly, I'm tired of ignoring how I feel about you, not being honest with myself. The countdown began, and I yelled to be heard as everyone around us started cheer. 10, 9, 8. I saw you kiss Baila, and I felt super overwhelmed because deep down, I wished it was me instead. Addy. But I have never had feelings for a girl before, so I try to pretend what I am feeling is just a friendship. But I'm in love with you, and I'm sorry it took me so long to finally admit it. You talk a good game, but now that you have said it, what you are gonna do about it? My eyes flashed to her lips, and I was warm all over at just the thought of kissing her. As I leaned in, Auld Lang Syne played loud and clear through the speakers, and the crowd around us counted down the start of a new beginning. 3, 2, 1. As the clock struck midnight, I nervously pressed my lips to ours, melting into her warm embrace. She took my face in both hands, licking and nipping at my lip until I deepened the kiss. Exploring her mouth for the very first time, I pulled back, breathless, and as the snow fell down around us, I said the only thing my frazzled brain could bring to mind. Happy New Year. Yeah. So it was a really happy New Year, and I wish you all a happy New Year. Though it's not. But yeah. And here it was. Now I finally admit my feelings to Awa. What will happen next? I don't know. I just really don't know. I'm so connected to the story. By the end, it will be 100 chapters. So yeah, I was tensed a bit that this was my first book, and I have started, like recording every chapter I thought of. And when I realized there are hundreds of chapters of it, so it was like, what the hell it is. So yeah, it's a little bit cringy over there. But yeah, now I am pretty happy to be connected with this story. Thank you all for reading it till the end with me, and I hope you all a good luck. Bye bye for now.